Imagine writing a 1000 line program and suddenly realizing you only need 10 lines, reusable again and again. Sounds like a magic, right? That magic is called function in Python. And once you mastered it, you'll never write a messy code again. Stay till the end because I'll show you a secret trick that makes your function way smarter. Hey everyone, welcome back to Codexical, your one-step destination toward everything about AI, software engineering, and new upcoming trends in the tech area. A function is like a machine. You feed it something, it simply processes it and gives something back to you. It helps us avoid repetitions, keep your code clean, and speed up development. In Python, you can create your own mini machine using the keyword def. Here the simple syntax you see again and again. A function starts with the keyword def and then the function name and then the parameters and then the code block where you can write code and the return value. Don't worry, by the end of this video, this will feel like a second nature for you. So let's define our function. A function defined with the def letter def, and you want to write the function's name. I will write the name as function name. So then the parenthesis, then the colon, and hit enter, and the code area where you write code into the function, I will simply write the code print function called. So if I want to run that function, then I want to call that function in the main side. I want to write the function name to call the function. I will save it and run that file. Python function.py, hit enter. As you see, the function call is printed on screen. If I want to run that function multiple times, so I will print that until how many times I want to reuse that code. So as you see, as you call that function, it simply call down and run that print on screen that the function is called. How many times whatever you want to call the function, it simply runs. I will save it and run the file. As you see, code is running correctly. This is the simplest type of function. We define it once and call it anytime we want. It is just like a pressing play on your favorite playlist, and then you get the instant output on. So we will move toward our second example by using the functions with parameters. I will simply copy code for you to save the time. So the parameterized function start with the same like def function and then the function name, and then you want to assign the parameters which is a comma b. Two parameters are assigned to the function, and then we are return that a plus b. If I want to run that function, call that function, I will use the add numbers, and then the parameter value. You want to write the parameter value in the parameters of that function is calling. So I will write 10, 3. It's the simple syntax to assign value, and it simply passes the value to the main function, and then it returns the 10 plus 3, which is equal to 13. It simply prints 13 on screen. So I will save it and run that file. The function was not running because I have not used the print function. So I have used the print function. It simply returns the print value on screen. So Third, as you see, the 13 is printed on screen. I will run that file, and as you see, the 13 is printed on screen. It's the simple syntax of function. And then we will move towards our next example, which is default parameters. Default parameters are what if the user doesn't give a value. If user don't want to give a value to a function, the default parameters act like a backup plan. Your code still runs smoothly and no errors are shown. Use an example for this. This is a simple example. As you assign the parameter value on the function's parameter. When the user don't assign the parameters at the calling stage, so it automatically prints the name on screen. I will use to welcome function to call function. Welcome and function call. I will save that. It simply prints the name on screen. If I assign at runtime, what happened? I will assign the name as Ali. It simply prints Ali on screen. As you see, if I don't provide the name Ali, it simply prints the predefined viewer on screen. As you see, it simply prints on screen. This is the simple example of a default parameter. And now we will go towards our next simple example, which is multiple returns. If you want to return the multiple types of data, yes, the function can return multiple values. This is extremely useful when one calculation gives the several results. I will use a simple example to calculate the sum, multiplication and division, subtraction in that case. So I will simply print so I will simply call the function calculate, and then the parameter values as 10, 4. It simply returns the value on screen. I will simply use the print function for this. Print this. It simply prints on screen. I will save it and run the file. As you see, it simply prints the both three values that are returned on screen. First is addition and second is subtraction and third is multiplication. As you have learned the concept of functions, I have a quick question for you. If you could build one function to automate something in your daily life, coffee, homework, reminders, what would your dream function do? Comment below. I will feature the best idea in the next video. In the next video, we will build an calculator application with simple Python, where your functions concept and all the previous lectures that are completed, all the concepts are cleared in that case. In the next video, we will build a calculator application using Python. And don't miss to subscribe our channel and stay tuned, and see you in the next video.